Hi, my name is Jaina and this is Juliet, and today we're making sushi.
What do you need to make sushi?
Glad you asked. Juliet?
Okay, so you will need seaweed, salmon, carrots, an avocado, teriyaki sauce, and soy sauce is optional, but you can use it to put on the sushi when you're finished with it. You will need a medium or small grain rice. You will need a silicone mat, salt, sugar, a cutting board, a spatula, a tablespoon, a knife, and a regular spoon, and a pot and a stove.
Okay, now I will be preparing the carrots and avocado for inside the sushi. So I already washed my carrot. Now I'm going to cut off the stem piece. And so by taking my knife and cutting the middle of the thick piece, it's a little hard. It doesn't have to be all that centered. I got a big chunk of it, okay? Now I'm just gonna slice this in little bitty pieces just so that it'll fit. Much like that. You can trim them to whatever size you want. Now that I have already washed the carrot off my knife, I'm going to start on my avocado. So you're going to want to cut it down the middle, around the seed pit, and break it open. Nice looking avocado. Alright, so make sure you dispose or plant your seed. And you're going to take your finger and slide it under the avocado and get all the brine off. You will only need a half for one set of sushi, probably not even a half. So I'm just going to cut it into slices like so. And now you're ready, and now your ingredients are prepared.
Now that you've prepared the rest of your ingredients, you'll need to prepare your rice. So you'll need about half a cup, but if you don't have a measuring cup, then you can just measure it however much you want. That's good. Now that you have put your rice in your pot, you will need to wash it. So as you can see, it's really murky. So what you want to do is get the water as clean as possible. So you're going to mix it around like this and then drain it. And then repeat the process.
Now that we have cleaned our rice, you need to fill up your pot with water to the amount of rice you have in it. And then set the temperature on medium. Alright, so while that's simmering, we're going to need to make our rice sauce. Now, what you'll need for this is sugar, teriyaki sauce, salt, and a tablespoon. And an added cup or bowl, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and get my sugar. 1, 2, and I'm just going to mix the dry before I mix the wet. Alright, so if you stir this, you'll notice that it doesn't really look like a sauce. So, to make it sauce worthy, You will need to add some water to it. Just a little bit. You don't want to overpower anything. And stir it till it dissolves.
Once your rice is done, you want to take your rice sauce and pour it into your rice. And then mix it. There's still some in the bottom, so. And after you mix it, you're going to put it on a plate, like this one I have here, and spread it out. And after you spread it out, you're going to put it in the freezer.
Okay, once your rice is cool to the touch, then it's time to assemble. So, let me scooch my stuff over. So, I'm going to use this silicone mat in place of sushi mat. Okay? So, for starters, I'm going to get my seaweed. I'm going to place it like this, and I'm going to wet my spatula just so it doesn't stick to the rice. So I'm going to be using the back of the spatula, so that's what I wet first. Don't be afraid to use your hands for this next part. Y'all should wet your hands if you're going to use them. Alright, so you're going to try to evenly, as possible, spread out the rice on top of the seaweed. Alright. So now I'm just going to spread it out like so. It doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, once you have your rice on there, you're going to get your carrots and place them like so. Next, you're going to get your avocado and put it on there as well. Don't make it take up too much space. Try to build it up if you can. Okay. Now for the salmon. I'm just going to take little chunks. And now for the rolling. So to roll it, you're gonna have to fold it down a little just to get it started. Keep on folding it down. Make sure that it's nice and even. Make sure you put pressure on it. And if you want, you can roll it a few times.
And there you have it, folks.
Your not so perfect sushi.
After you roll it and cut it up with a wet knife, you have your sushi.
Today, hold on. Right. Right now, I'm going to be preparing.
Now that you've prepared, now that you have prepared the rest of your, now that you have prepared the rest of your ingredients, now that you've prepared the